The explosive series finale of Squid Game delivers some of the most emotional and intense moments of the entire series. Player 456 did all he could to stop the game in the beginning, but the nightmare isn't over yet. Welcome to Squid Game Season 3, where betrayal cuts deeper, alliances are thinner, and survival has a brand new price. At the end of Season 2, Song Gi-hoon made a promise to burn the whole game to the ground. But in Season 3, he learns that this game is bigger, darker, and more deeply rooted than he ever imagined. The third season opens in the wake of the deadly rebellion depicted in the Season 2 finale, which left Jong-bae and many of Gi-hoon's allies dead. Young-il faked his death and then resumed his role as the cloaked frontman. Gi-hoon grapples with survivor's guilt and begs to be killed. While Gi-hoon was still in guilt, he realized the player who actually made his mission of burning down the game to fail easily as a result of his incompetence and fear. This made Gi-hoon even more angry and furious, and then planned to eliminate him. In the next round of the game, Gi-hoon had the opportunity to mess up the player who disappointed him, but couldn't do him anything at his first attempt simply because of his kind of heart. Gi-hoon got the opportunity again the second time, but was about to free him again until the player launched an attack on him, which led to Gi-hoon finally eliminating him. The game got tougher and tougher as they approached with the same twisted rules. Lose, and you die. Young-il's brother kept on searching for the island, but a traitor on the boat prevented the detective from reaching the game site. Woo-suk grows suspicious of Captain Park and then backs off so he can properly investigate Captain Park. His investigation finally made him discover where Captain Park lives, so he breaks into his home and discovers photos of him with the frontman, along with his Squid Game uniform, but Woo-suk got arrested in the process because the police heard a gunshot of him killing Captain Park's dog that tried to attack him. Woo-suk crowed Park of explode valence and Topper explode valence, but manages to steal back his phone to warn Junho 2 minutes after the police had already informed Captain Park. Gi-hoon tries to save as many people, but he's forced to continue playing the remaining game. Jun-hee, player 222, delivered a newborn baby during the game, but she couldn't complete the game, so the VIPs that were already around voted for the baby to continue as player 222 in the competition, even though the baby is dependent on another player to survive. Gi-hoon promised the mother of the baby that he will do anything to save the baby. For the final game, the 9 remaining players are given the power to select at least 3 competitors to eliminate. Surprisingly, the frontman summons Gi-hoon and offers him a proposition.
"I'm trying to help you and the baby," the cloaked man says, suggesting he may have had a change of heart. He gives Gi-hoon a knife and tells him to go back and kill anyone who wants to harm him or the baby. When Gi-hoon asks why he's saying all of this now, the frontman removes his mask and apologizes about Jong-bae. Gi-hoon got mad and tried to attack him, but the frontman says, killing him won't change anything. The games will simply appoint a new leader and continue. He advised Gi-hoon to kill the other players in their sleep, so him and the baby will win the game, since the next round can't proceed with just 2 players. But Gi-hoon couldn't go through with it. The final game is called Squid Game. It takes place over 3 rounds and requires players to move across 3 pillars, one shaped like a square, another like a triangle, and the last like a circle. On each pillar, players must push at least one other player off the structure. However, a red button on the ground must be pressed to officially start each round. Any deaths that occur outside an active round are considered invalid. Gi-hoon holds Jun-hee's baby close to his chest, honoring his promise to protect her. During the first 2 rounds, he manages to keep the baby away from the other players, whose alliances constantly shift. Myung-gi reveals he's the father of the child, but still tries to kill the baby out of greed so he can have the whole prize money. By the third and final round, only Gi-hoon, Myung-gi, and the baby remain. Gi-hoon and Myung-gi face off in a violent knife fight, as Myung-gi attempts to eliminate his own child and claim the entire prize. But Gi-hoon stops him, and player 333 ultimately falls to his death. After Myung-gi is killed, Gi-hoon realizes the red button was never pressed, meaning the final round hadn't officially started. He presses the button and the 10-minute timer begins. Holding the baby one last time, he kisses her on the forehead. Now he's left with three options: kill the baby and win the games for a second time, do nothing and let them both be killed, or sacrifice himself and let the baby win. He delivers a final speech to the front man and the VIPs, reminding them that the players are not horses, but human beings. Then he jumps off the platform, choosing to end his life to save the baby. Player 222, Junhee's baby, is declared the winner of Squid Game following Gi-hoon's death. After Gi-hoon is eliminated, a guard informs the front man that the Coast Guard is approaching. The front man orders the island to be evacuated. Before leaving, he visits Gi-hoon's body and rescues Junhee's baby, who is still lying on the circle pillar. After grabbing the baby, the front man encounters his brother, Jun-ho, in the VIP viewing area. Jun-ho demands answers about his involvement in the games, but the front man remains silent. He then activates a timer that will detonate explosives across the island, effectively erasing all traces of what took place. 6 months later, the frontman breaks into Junho's apartment and leaves behind a gift. When Junho walks in, he finds Junhee's baby lying on the table along with a debit card loaded with her 4.56 billion won prize money. After Woo-suk is released from jail, he asks Junho what happened to Gi-hoon's prize money, which had been left on a bed at the Pink Motel. Later, it's revealed that the frontman took the cash, deposited it into a bank account, and traveled to Los Angeles to give the money to Gi-hoon's daughter, Ga-young. He also informs her of her father's death. After leaving Ga-young's home, the frontman is driving through downtown Los Angeles when he hears two people playing the familiar Korean game, Dokji. He looks over and sees a struggling man and a well-dressed woman, portrayed by Cate Blanchett, holding a briefcase. She glances at him, appearing to be a recruiter for another version of the games, possibly an American version. While David Fincher is reportedly developing an English-language Squid Game spin-off for Netflix. Ensure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content so you get updated of a new release and more.